Imam Ali alayhis salam said being estranged and cut off from relatives and family members is a cause of being caught in calamities and troubles. These words preserved in Tajliat Hikmat chapter of Revenge page 54 reveal a reality of life that touches every human being, for the bond of kinship is not just social, it is spiritual, and when those bonds are neglected or broken they invite trials, hardships and misfortunes upon the one who abandons them. This is not a punishment of anger but a consequence built into the fabric of existence, for Allah created us as beings who thrive in connection. Family is our foundation. Blood relations are our first circle of belonging, and when we break away from this circle we break a natural law, and the breaking of natural law brings about imbalance and suffering. To understand this teaching deeply we must first reflect on what it means to be estranged from relatives. Estrangement does not simply mean physical distance, for a person may live in another city or country yet remain close in heart. It means cutting ties, refusing to speak, refusing to help, refusing to acknowledge the rights that family members hold in Islam. It means ignoring their needs, refusing to visit them when sick, abandoning them when in distress, and withholding kindness from them. Imam Ali alayhis salam warns that such estrangement pulls a person into calamities, for it strips away the mercy of Allah that descends upon those who maintain family bonds. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family emphasized this teaching repeatedly. He said that whoever wishes for his sustenance to increase and his life to be prolonged, let him maintain ties of kinship. Thus maintaining ties is not merely a moral recommendation, it is a key to blessings in life, and conversely abandoning ties shortens blessings and invites calamities. When a person cuts himself off from family, he cuts himself off from a source of dua, love and support. He cuts himself off from the natural channel of mercy that Allah has placed in the world, and without that support calamities come more easily. Hardships weigh heavier and life becomes more bitter. Let us imagine a person who refuses to speak with his siblings because of an old quarrel. He avoids their gatherings, he ignores their calls, he withholds affection from their children. He has allowed pride to build a wall between them. Soon he finds that his own life begins to feel empty. He faces difficulties in his work, he loses trust among his companions, his heart feels heavy and restless. He is struck with calamities that seem to come one after another. He cannot see the connection, but Imam Ali alayhis salam reveals it. Estrangement from relatives is a cause of calamities. He has pulled himself away from the mercy that would have shielded him. Similarly, consider a woman who has wealth but refuses to help her poor relatives. She believes they should manage on their own. She avoids visiting them in their hardship. She lives in comfort while her own kin suffer. Her wealth may grow but she feels no blessing in it. Her health begins to weaken, her peace fades, her children grow distant from her. The calamities of life close in, not because Allah is cruel but because she has denied the rights of her family, and by that denial she has denied herself the protection that comes from fulfilling those rights. The wisdom of Imam Ali alayhis salam also extends to the society at large. When families are fractured, society becomes weak. When people stop caring for relatives, loneliness spreads, selfishness dominates, and social trust collapses. Calamities then take the form of wars, injustice, poverty, and disunity. A society of estranged families cannot stand strong against challenges, for its foundation is cracked. Imam Ali alayhis salam lived in a time where tribal ties were powerful, but he emphasized not tribal arrogance but genuine maintenance of kinship based on compassion and responsibility. Today more than ever his words are relevant, for in the modern world many people live isolated lives, cut off from extended family, chasing individual goals but suffering collective emptiness. The calamities of depression, anxiety, social breakdown, and broken homes all stem partly from the neglect of family bonds. Spiritually speaking, family ties are sacred because they are tied to the name of Allah. The Quran says, "Fear Allah through whom you demand your mutual rights, and do not cut the ties of kinship, for indeed Allah is ever watching over you." Cutting ties with relatives is not only an offense against people, it is an offense against the command of Allah. Maintaining ties is an act of worship and abandoning them is an act of disobedience. Thus, when calamities befall the one who abandons relatives, it is also a spiritual consequence, for the mercy of Allah withdraws from the one who withdraws from his command. Imam Ali alayhis salam calls estrangement a cause of calamities because it removes barakah, blessing. A person may have wealth but without barakah it brings no joy. He may have children but without barakah they bring no comfort. He may have health but without barakah he does not taste peace of mind. Maintaining ties of kinship is a key to barakah, and estrangement is the thief that steals it. In this way calamities do not only mean accidents or disasters, they mean the loss of inner peace, the loss of harmony, the loss of unseen blessings that make life meaningful. Psychologically too, estrangement harms the human heart. Family is our first school of love, our first experience of belonging. When we cut ourselves off, we create a wound within the heart that never fully heals. Even if pride hides it deep down, the soul feels the absence, the mind feels guilt, and the heart feels loneliness. Over time, this inner wound becomes an opening for depression, anxiety, and restlessness. Calamities of the mind and heart descend upon the one who refuses to reconcile with family. Imam Ali alayhis salam in his wisdom revealed a truth that modern psychology also confirms: connection heals, disconnection harms, love nourishes, isolation destroys. Let us reflect on another example. Two cousins fight over inheritance. One refuses to forgive the other. They take the matter to court. Bitterness grows. They cut ties. Decades pass and both suffer failures in life. Neither prospers as they imagined. Why? Because they broke family ties. The blessing was removed. They invited calamities upon themselves, whereas had they forgiven or at least maintained some kindness, the mercy of Allah would have enveloped them. This is the reality that the Imam pointed out. Calamities are not random. They are often linked to our choices and our treatment of others, especially family. Another important lesson is that calamities can be both worldly and spiritual. Worldly calamities may be poverty, illness, conflict, or loss. Spiritual calamities may be hardness of the heart, lack of faith, inability to taste the sweetness of worship, or being veiled from the mercy of Allah. The Imam teaches us that estrangement invites both forms. When a person turns away from relatives, he finds both his worldly life filled with hardship and his spiritual life deprived of light. He may pray but feel no connection. He may read Quran but find no comfort. He may seek joy but remain restless. This is the worst form of calamity: to be alive but empty inside. The solution Imam Ali alayhis salam implies is to maintain ties of kinship even when it is difficult. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and his family said, "The one who truly maintains ties is not the one who returns kindness when relatives are kind, but the one who continues kindness even when relatives cut him off." This requires patience, humility, and forgiveness, but it brings immense reward, for Allah promises His mercy upon those who show mercy to family. Every step towards reconciliation is a step away from calamity. Every act of kindness to family is a shield against hardship. Every phone call, visit, or gift given to relatives is an investment in both this world and the hereafter. In practical terms, this means calling relatives regularly, checking on their well-being, supporting them in need, attending family gatherings, forgiving old disputes, and never allowing pride to keep the heart distant. It means remembering that relatives have rights, not favors, rights that Allah Himself has assigned, and fulfilling them is a duty. Neglecting them is sin. When we live by this principle, our lives become lighter, calamities decrease, blessings increase, and the mercy of Allah surrounds us. History offers many lessons in this regard. Communities that upheld strong family bonds remained resilient even in hardship, while those that fractured collapsed easily. The family is the fortress of society. Imam Ali alayhis salam wanted us to protect this fortress by never letting estrangement take root and by reconciling quickly whenever disputes arise. His words are timeless guidance for every generation. In conclusion, the teaching of Imam Ali alayhis salam that estrangement from relatives is a cause of calamities is a universal truth. It warns us against the arrogance of pride and the coldness of isolation. It reminds us that family is not optional. It is essential, that mercy begins at home and spreads outward, that blessings are tied to kinship and calamities are tied to its neglect. To cut ties is to invite calamity. To maintain ties is to invite mercy. May we heed this wisdom. May we soften our hearts towards our families. May we forgive old wounds. May we strengthen bonds of kinship so that our lives may be filled with barakah, our societies with unity, and our souls with peace. For only then do we walk the path of the Prophet and his family, and only then do we shield ourselves from the calamities that Imam Ali alayhis salam warned us about.